really hoping the lighting looks okay in this video because I still haven't gotten curtains for that window. Now that I decided I want curtains, I am being the pickiest person ever. I haven't found the right color because I want like a really light pink to match the room, and I'm just not finding it. I'm gonna have to end up ordering them on Amazon. Okay, so we are diving into the Profusion Mirage palette. This is by far one of my favorite palettes they have came out with. These colors are beautiful. I think it is perfect for fall. And I know some people are probably like, why? Just because it has like the traditional fall colors, like, you know, the auburn and the warm nudes and the oranges. But then we have these pops of color that nobody really thinks about for fall. The minute I think of a fall look, I think of like reds, warm nudes, dark oranges, but people don't really think about, you know, there's purple tones, there's blues, there's reds. So in here you get 35 colors, and this was just under $9 at Walmart. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this little plastic on here that has the names. So the first color I think I'm gonna take in this palette, by the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna be eyeballing and try to create a look in my head. I think the first color I'm going to take is the shade Flame, and it is this nice bright orangey red right here. I'm going to take that using this Real Techniques brush. This was in a limited edition set. This is a 305. So we're going to dip into that. Barely any fallout, but nice pigment. We're going to dip into that, and I'm going to start stamping that on my crease. By the way, if you're hearing some background noise, my husband decided to start laundry. I think he forgets that my beauty room is right next door to the laundry room, but we're just gonna have to work it out. So this color is really, really pretty. Looking at it, I would almost say it has kind of like a pinkish undertone to it, but it's coming off really pretty, very pigmented. So I am just stamping this from inner to outer corner. See, I feel like nobody would look at this color and immediately say I can wear that for fall. Trust me, you can. All right, that shade is on. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Clueless, which is the hot pink in the palette. Once again, another color that people wouldn't think of when it comes to fall, but I'm using it. I'm going to use that color to blend out the outer edges of this red just so it doesn't look so harsh. So I'm going to take that color on this brush I got in a Ipsy bag a few months back. This was in collaboration with Tetris. Y'all know I love this brush. So I'm going to dip into this, and what I'm going to do is in soft motions, I'm going to gently rub this against the outer edge to blend it out while at the same time adding another color. And the way I do this is my bristles are barely touching my skin. They are not really moving. It's almost like a feathering motion. Ooh. Y'all just see the difference that makes? Oh. It's just a nice soft hint of pink. It is not too bold, but oh, I love this color. I really hope I'm not editing this video and it looks like poo because of the sun. Right now it is sunset. It's like, what time is it? It's 6:42 in the evening, so it's like sunset and it comes right in through the window, so I'm really hoping that this doesn't look horrible. Okay, so I want to smoke out my outer V, of course. And to do that, I want to go in with a denser brush. So I'm actually going to go in with this Profusion blending brush. This came with another palette. This palette didn't come with a brush, which is totally fine by me. But I'm going to take this. I'm going to go in with the shade Horizon. Yeah, I'm going to go in with the shade Horizon, which is the purple matte in the palette. So I'm going to take that. I'm really impressed that these don't have a lot of fallout. I'm dipping into that, and I'm going to stamp this on the outer V to smoke it up. Okay, not as dark as I expected, but it is still a pretty color. I'm going to see if I can build it a little bit. So you can't really build it up. It is still a really pretty purple, and I'm actually liking how soft it is for this look. I do wish it was a little darker, but we'll see what we can do. But it's an okay color. So I'm putting this on the outer V about halfway onto the lid. So I really want to go in with one of these three shimmers. So we have a gold shimmer right here. We have a pink, and we have almost like a bronze. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. Let's see. Gold. Okay, these are very glitter. They're literally like glitter. There's gold. There's the pink. And there's the bronze. So, okay, so I think I'm going to do the bronze. I did like a little dot right there. Don't know if you can see it, but I think it's going to look good. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some NYX glitter glue, which I've never used on my channel. I have used it all the time. I hope this is actually still good. I'm going to take some of this, just a dab, and I'm going to apply that on that inner part of my lid, just so the glitter has somewhere to stick to. I'm going to go in with this Japanesque 213 flat brush. I'm going to pick up that bronze glitter and I'm going to spray that. Okay. And we are going to put this on the inner part of our lid. It is a glitter, so you definitely have to take your time and work with it. You're not going to be able to just like swipe it on, but it's really pretty. This is really pretty. So there is the glitter all put on. I am loving it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the purple and I'm going to try to stamp that at the edge of the glitter just to soften it up. See if maybe I can make some of the glitter purple so it doesn't look so harsh. Okay, so what I'm going to do, taking a teeny tiny Morphe 213 flat brush, I'm going to take the very top and dip into Flame, which was that reddish orange one we put in our crease. I'm going to put that right above that glitter on the inner corner, just to give it kind of a cut crease effect. Ooh, I like that. Okay, eyes are done, and I gotta say I love them. I'm a little nervous about the glitter just because it's not something I normally do, but I like it. This is my take on fall. I don't really do like dark, vampy looks. I love color, but warm colors. You can use any color for fall, y'all. There's not categories. I hate people that say like, oh, you can only wear nudes or warm tones. Any warm tone color y'all can wear, I promise. Warm tone pinks, warm tone purples. Look at me. I love it. So I do have a couple new primers to try. So the first one I'm going to be using is going to be by e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Glowy Dew Mist. Y'all do not know how long it took me to find this. My Walmart only was carrying the matte one for the longest time. This was the last dewy one on the shelf and I grabbed it. So I'm going to be using this as my primer water. First off, I love the spritzer on this, and it does have coconut and argan oil, so that is the smell. You definitely smell the coconut. It says this coconut infused mist hydrates and boosts glow. I'm so sorry about the washer, it's being so loud. But I love the smell of this, love the spritzer. So then for primer, I have this new Wet n Wild MegaGlo Primer Serum. This was just released. There was this one, and then there's one that's like a multi-use oil that I use in my skincare routine that I've been loving. And I'll be talking about that later in the month. But we are going to open this. It looks like it is a nice blue color. It comes in a glass bottle. I'm going to shake it up first. I'm going to put about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put about 5 drops on my hands, rub them together. And I think I'm just going to pat this in first. So this feels really nice on the skin. To me, it definitely makes my skin feel softer. Looking in the mirror though, I don't see it's done anything for my pores. It didn't blur them or anything. So we'll see. Right now, it's not really making much of a difference. So I do not have a new foundation or concealer, but I have a new sponge we're going to be working with. So y'all know I love my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, so I decided to try out the e.l.f. Blending Sponge. So this has like a standard beauty blender shape. When you open it up, this is what it looks like, and it's already really soft. So I'm going to go get this wet under the sink, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it is all expanded, and it does get pretty big. I will say it is not as soft as the Total Face Sponge, but we're going to give this a try. I'm going to go in with the NYX Born to Glow foundation. Y'all know I love this. I combine the shades Natural and Vanilla. So I'm just going to take this and dab it on my face. Does anybody dab anymore? I swear I was fixing to be like, dab it on my face. Does anybody do that anymore? No? Okay. The good thing about trying out new sponges is I already know how this foundation works on my face. I know it works really well. So if it doesn't work really well today, I know it's not the foundation. It's either the primer, the sponge, or both of them combined. I will say I feel like the sponge does sheer out my foundation a little bit. Y'all know I love a full coverage foundation. So yeah, I definitely feel like this does sheer it out a little bit. Also, after applying this, I will say that this did nothing for my skin because all my pores on my inner cheeks, which is my worst problem area, are exposed. Alright, concealer, we're going for the tried and true Milani Conceal and Perfect. I really need to find a new favorite because I know people get sick of YouTubers using the same products over and over again, but I just haven't been able to find one that works for me. Like, I know a lot of people are loving that new CoverGirl concealer. It didn't work out for me. I just thought it was really cakey, it was drying. I don't know. Also, if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Caitlin and I love a full coverage beat. Okay, I don't know if I'm liking the sponge either. Yeah, I don't think I like the sponge because I feel like it's not really blending out the product well either. Okay, so now that that is on, we are going to be setting our face with a new powder that I'm really nervous about. This is frankly one of the weirdest products I've ever seen. This is by Physicians Formula. It's new. This is the Mineral Wear 3-in-1 Setting Powder. So I typically don't use Physicians Formula on my channel just because although it is a drugstore brand, it is an expensive drugstore brand in my opinion. I believe this powder was like $14 or $16, which is kind of crazy to me for the drugstore, but it caught my eye. If things caught my eye, I am willing to put up the price tag, but this is interesting. So it comes with 3 colors. It comes with like a banana color, a pink, and a white. And the banana color is supposed to be for baking, the pink for brightening, and the white to set. And this is like a pure white, I don't know if you can see that, a pure white finely milled powder. So I'm really nervous about that. So let's open it up. Okay, so when you open it up, there's like 3 different compartments and they have the little lids, which I really like. So on the packaging, it says that you can lightly brush on powder over face to set, brighten, or bake. Can be used alone or together to complete any look. Ultralight translucent formula sets, brightens, and bakes any makeup look for all day wear. Comes in 3 harmonious colors, translucent to reduce shine, pink to brighten, and banana to bake. It's talc free and it's made for sensitive skin, which is nice. I have combination sensitive. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use them separately. So under my eyes, I don't know if I should set first or do I, see that's what I'm saying. Do you set and then brighten or do you brighten? I'm going to set first. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the white. So I'm going to take the lid off of that and I'm going to put some in the cap. I will say the tiny little compartments are kind of a hassle to get powder out. All right, so I got that. It is very, very finely milled. So that makes me concerned there'll be flashback, but we'll see. So before I set under my eyes, I'm going to blend them one more time. All right, so I'm going to take the powder, I'm going to set in her eyes. I don't know if I like that. So it has a really weird smell that I don't like, first of all. And I almost feel like it leaves like an ashy, white, ghosty appearance. I mean, can y'all see it? Like right here and right here. So I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, okay, looking in the viewfinder, it is terrifying. So I'm really hoping that that's not how I look right now. All right, right off the bat, I am not enjoying this at all, and it's making me pissed off that I spent that much money on powder. Okay, so there's the face set with the white. Looking in the viewfinder, I look like a ghost. I'm really hoping it doesn't look like that on screen. But in my mirror, I don't look that ghosty. I do look like I have dust on my face, which I'm not liking. It did not like sink into my skin like my other powders do. Okay. So I'm going to take the pink, which is supposed to be brightening, because I would like my under eyes to be brightening. So I'm going to take the little lid off that. Okay, I don't like that at all. I'm going to use the yellow to bake, but before I do that, I need to contour. I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm just going to grab my tried and true, my Bronze Please. So I'm going to bronze up my face. Oh, the night sounds of the country. Okay, I bronzed, and now I'm going to go into the yellow. This is still really hard to open for some reason. There we go. I'm going to go into the yellow, which is supposed to be for baking. I'm going to take my sponge, dip into that. It's okay. Okay, we are baking, which I am really, really nervous about just because so far this powder is a dud. So what I'm going to do is I don't have a new eyebrow and I don't have any new lashes. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to use my usual Makeup Obsession brow pomade and my new favorite lashes, which are the Salon Perfect 615s. I'm going to do this and I will be right back so we can continue. All right, brows are on, lashes are on, and I love what lashes do to a look. So I'm going to take my large stippling brush and dust this away. Okay, dusting away the bake, I don't feel like it really did anything. I'm still saying my under eyes look really, really white. So that's my biggest concern right now, is that there's going to be a lot of flashback. So moving on to blush, I have these e.l.f. Cheeky Glows. I have 2 shades. I have the shade Soft Rose, and I have this other shade, that for some reason is out of the package. I don't know why. But this says, create a fresh natural glow with these cream to powder blushes. Blend the lightweight and sheer color onto cheeks for a natural looking flush. Infused with argan oil and vitamin E for hydration. And then it says, using your fingers, brush, or sponge, apply color by gently tapping onto the cheekbones and blending outward towards the hairline. Reapply for buildable coverage. Can be worn alone, under, or on top of makeup. So this is that soft rose shade, which could be a little pretty. And then we have, why is this used? All right, this looks like it's been dipped into, but I didn't do it. But this is like a, oh, it says soft peach. Okay, so that's the soft peach color. So I think I'm going to, I'm trying to decide, do I want to take a brush? I'm gonna try a brush. I'm just gonna take this small powder brush. It's not by a brand, it's like a unicorn brush. I'm gonna dip into the peach one first. I don't wanna get too much because I don't know how this works. All right, so I got some on there and I'm just gonna tap it. So it's on there. It is definitely a buildable color. It's pretty though. Okay, I don't mind this. Is it something that I would be like, oh, I need that? I don't know. I could see myself using this for like no makeup days where I want a little color on me, or a really basic look. So that is the soft peach color. These are interesting. So I'm going to take my stippling brush and gently press on that to see if we can blend it out a little bit. All right, before moving on to highlighter, we're going to do some work on our lower lash line. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line my waterline using the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Vivid. It is a purple. All right, now dipping back into the Mirage palette, I am going to take the shade, I'm going to take the shade Clueless, which was the hot pink in there. I'm going to go back in with that Morphe 213, the tiny little flat brush, and I'm going to press this against the lower lash line. All right, and now I'm gonna go back in with Flame, which is that red-orange color. I'm gonna take that on a Morphe M507. This was in the Artistry brush set. And I'm going to blend that underneath the Clueless color. And don't be afraid to bring this down. We are smoking our lower lash line out. Ooh, I like that. All right, moving on to highlighter. We are going to be trying out a new one by e.l.f. and I was looking for this one for the longest time too. This is the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam Highlighting Palette in the shade Light. So in here you get 6 highlighting colors. You get a nice white color, 2 like bronzies, 2 champagnes, and a nice rosy color. So I'm going to take my Morphe M501, my favorite highlighting brush, and I think I'm going to dip into this one right here. Okay, not a ton of payoff. I'm going to dip into the white one. There we go. So this palette is really pretty. You do have to build it up quite a bit though. This is about my 4th time dipping in to get some on my nose. Not getting a ton of payoff. Alright, going into lips. I'm going to be lining my lips using my Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Think Flamingos. It's just a rosy nude color. Okay, so this is definitely much lighter than I thought it was. This compared to the cap, yeah, much lighter, but that's fine because I'm going to be going in with a liquid lipstick on top. These I've never tried before. They're not new, but I've never tried them. These are the Essence Color Boost Matte About Matte Liquid Lipsticks, and this is in the shade Wanna Play. So I'm going to take this and put that on top. Ooh. These feel nice. Alright, so now I'm just going to set my face using that e.l.f. Glowy Dew Mist again. And that concludes today's video, guys, of trying out some new makeup. I really hope you enjoyed it. Pretty much, I loved everything. My favorite things would have to be the Profusion Mirage palette. This is one of my favorite ones they've ever came out with. And this Glowy Dew Mist. This gives such a nice shine without you looking like oily or greasy. So those are awesome. These cream blushes were pretty good too. The things that I would say are like a maybe would have to be the highlighting palette. This is pretty once you build it up, but I felt like I had to really dig in to get the payoff that I desire. If you like a really natural highlight, then maybe this is the thing for you. But me, I'm gonna have to keep playing with it, and I will let you know in my September hits and misses. The 3 things that are going to be misses for me in this video, first off being this Wet n Wild MegaGlo Primer Serum. This didn't do anything for my face. My skin felt really good when applying it, but it did nothing to conceal my pores. It didn't hide any redness. This was just pretty much a waste of my time and my routine. Another thing would have to be this e.l.f. sponge. It did feel kind of soft, but it really sheared out my foundation. I felt like it was really hard to blend out any product, and it's not as soft and cushy as my Total Face Sponge. And my last mist for this video, y'all already know, is going to be this Physicians Formula powder. This was just really drying and powdery on my skin. Looking at my skin in the mirror, I can even see like it just looks dusty. It looks like it has like a sheen of powdery veil to it. Even setting my face, even waiting. I don't like how my under eyes look. I felt like it caked up really bad on my nose. So this powder was kind of ridiculous to me for the price tag. I don't quite understand the 3 steps. I mean, my Wet n Wild powder does better than this does. So this was my worst miss of the video, but other than that, I really love how this look came out. I am loving my eyes. I hate that I did this video at night. I wish I could go wear this out. But I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.